some fights coming up, and I wanted to come here and train. I thought maybe you could help me.
You did not come here to train. You were desperate for answers about your father, your brother, and you. Is he alive?
I took everything from her. How can a person do that to their own mother?
Fighting is not about the system. It is working in harmony with nature's laws. To express who you really are.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Hi, Shaz.
Oh, look at that background. Nice.
Good morning to both of you. Thank you for joining me to talk about The Martial Artist. Congratulations on an incredible journey.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Well, Shaz, tell us about Ibi, the prince, and how his life changes as an ambitious MMA fighter. It's an incredible journey, isn't it?
Yeah, we would like to think so. He goes through the whole transformation from being this kid who just wants to be the best in California, rising up the ranks fast, to kind of going down deep in the dumps and heading back to his motherland through a series of events where he meets his estranged grandfather and has this sort of spiritual awakening where he's forced to confront his deepest truths. And yeah, so it's a classical story told in a fresh, original way. That was sort of the thought.
And Faran, tell us about your character and how his influence on the prince is.
Well, my character, I play the prince's grandfather, who he comes and connects with back in Pakistan through a series of events. And I think, as Shaz was saying, it is my character's biggest challenge is how to spiritually center this young man who has all the talent and all the skills, yet he lacks the spiritual center. And although my character is also an MMA fighter back in the day and runs a school, yet I think my character also sees reflections of himself when he was that age. And making sure that this young man, who is so dear to me as my grandchild who's been estranged for so long, how do I bring him and how do I make him go on this journey of spiritual awakening? So I think that was the biggest challenge and the biggest reward for me as an actor. And I think hopefully that's what the audience are going to walk away with.
I was going to say, I love Shaz, the blend of Eastern philosophy and culture. It's such a discovery of things that Western civilization maybe has forgotten or is not familiar with. And it was such a learning experience also for the audience.
Well, I really appreciate you saying that. I didn't know if it was going to click or work, to be honest. Because, you're kind of blending it with a bunch of different philosophies. It wasn't just one philosophy. And I think it was serving what the character needed. So the grandfather had to, dish it out according to what the character was going through. So it was a bit of a risk, but I'm hoping it connects because I think there are some truths there that everyone can take away through this character's journey.
Yeah, redemption, family, such great themes in this movie. And Faran, tell me about shooting on location. I've never seen some of those incredible vistas that's in this movie. They're breathtaking.
They are, aren't they? They're beautiful. And I mean, if you go to that part of Pakistan, it is really God's country. I mean, there are places where you can literally feel that maybe no other footstep has ever stepped a foot on this particular piece of land. It is that pristine, it is that untouched.
It really is.
And I think you will see that in the film. And I think it shows how beautiful and how spiritual that part of this country is.
I was going to say that's one of the most beautiful outdoor gyms I've ever seen, Shaz. So,
Yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
and
It was
speaking
really big too.
and
Yeah.
speaking of that, tell me some training. Tell me some
Great
training you
point,
did
brother.
for this.
Training, yes. Well, I'm going to finish with your point earlier, and
Yes.
then I'll answer that question. It was
Absolutely.
the vista is really made for this character, like to find the earth, right? In the ways really connect with his spiritual center. So that, you know, became his gym essentially. He was using everything around it. So that that was actually the whole design of it. So I'm really glad that you said that. And you were asking about the fighting. Is that what the question was?
Yes, I mean the physical aspects of this role. I mean, take us to a typical day of training because it's just an amazing accomplishment.
Appreciate that, and it needed to be done that way because, you know, modern MMA has evolved so much even the past 10 years as it's practiced in the UFC. So it's all these disciplines: jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, wrestling, taekwondo, you know, even kung fu, and all these martial arts that are in there. So we wanted to portray it truthfully. So I had to learn it all and then be able to use those techniques to then cinematically showcase a fight scene. So the training was first learning them. So I spent about 4 years training, you know, when with the writing of the film and then actually going into it, and then the using the creative aspect of actually putting it on film, which is a different thing. So the techniques as they're practiced, you know, they're more about the actual fighting, which needed to be done to make it real, and then cinematically showcase it through choreography, which was done brilliantly by Jason Bukic, my stunt coordinator, and Ryan Spatafor, who was also part of the stunt team, who played actually the fighter that I fought in Death Valley. You know, he was, yeah, yeah.
I
I don't know. Yeah,
just
that was for me one of my proudest moments.
Well, congratulations, gentlemen, on an amazing journey. They're wrapping me up here. I just want to say, Shaz, that you're a total filmmaker from financing, directing, and writing and starring. I mean, this is a passion project beyond belief. And I'm so happy for you. So best of luck with the film, and let's talk again soon. Thank you both.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
for having
saying
us.
that. Yeah, thank you.